We just got back from the post office where we have baby chicks again. We ordered these in August and here it is end of September and they're here. So now I'm gonna put them in the brooder. We keep a latch on the brooder because raccoons can actually open things up with their hands. It's funny, they got completely silent for a minute. We ordered some for Walter and Nimsy and their family, and also some for Rico and Monica. So we already dropped off some for Nimsy. And then the rest are going in here until Rico and Monica can come get theirs. How do you scratch your face if you don't have any fingers? Find a tough piece of grass and move your head back and forth and up and down. It looks like all three of them are pregnant. Hope so. Cindy says it could be any day now, so we might be suddenly throwing up a fence to get them over by the old barn where they have a stall where they can have their babies. And if they already had their babies before they get there, it's at least a safe place for them to stay with their babies. It's always amazing how quick the chicks get grown up. Look at the wings. They have feathers on their wings. Normally we run this lamp on them 24 hours a day, but because of the power outage, they're only just getting a few hours a couple times a day. So we did lose one overnight last night, but I did see one chick that just looked a little lethargic yesterday, so I'm imagining that it was probably that one. They're mostly just grouping together and keeping each other warm. You come out here and there'll be a big pancake full of chicks laying on the ground together. If you've been watching, you have seen these shoes in a bunch of videos. But today, I'm finally letting them go. I can't believe, the sole hasn't come off and started flapping yet. These have been the longest lasting shoes. They become sandals. But these have been the best long-lasting shoes that I've had maybe ever for just a regular pair of shoes. Today is day 4 of no power, but we have solar and the generator, so we're doing well, especially compared to our neighbors and stuff. But everybody seems to be handling things. You'll be able to hear the generator running in the background most of the time when I'm doing these videos, because we got to keep that walk-in freezer going. And I'm out here about to move the sheep. Even with current events, we still have to do our farm chores. Rico's family and Walter's family both were able to get some wire and some adapters and hook up their water so that they were running power. Both families live in campers, and so they were able to run power from the generator to run the campers, but also hook up the well pumps so that they were able to have water. And I'm assuming with the generator, they should have been able to run their hot water heaters also. So I think they pretty much settled into the way they've been living. And I think yesterday, Walter's family got power back, so that was really good. We have neighbors just about a mile from here that have power right now, but the people across the street don't. So we're kind of hoping today we might get our power back on. It'll be nice to stop burning all that gas. Gas is not cheap. We have friends in Asheville that are in really rough shape. No power, no water, and they live pretty much in the city. I mean, they live in a neighborhood with a golf course, and I think they're mostly concerned about where they're going to get water from. We've asked them to come here and stay with us, even though, you know, if they have other family that has power, they'd be better off somewhere else. But, you know, things are pretty good here. Not bad at all. And, you know, we have a camper they can stay in. They're not even sure how they would get out of Asheville. So that's a serious concern. It's amazing that a city like Asheville, North Carolina, is struggling this bad. We keep getting messages on our phones that say no one west of I-77, which I-77 comes straight north out of Charlotte. Everything in western North Carolina from that line over, that we're not even supposed to be traveling except in an emergency. We went out a little bit yesterday. We decided to help some people out and to just take care of some stuff to help people out. And so we saw how rough things are. We're close to Morganton, and they're having a hard time. Their water system has been compromised. So I don't even think they have water coming to their taps right now. But when they do, it's probably not going to be safe water for a while. This is a good opportunity for us to learn what would happen if the electrical grid was knocked out by maybe a hacker attack, like the regular news networks have been telling us that for the past year or two, that hackers could knock out our power. And if you're living through what I'm living through right now, this is a great experience to figure out what would happen, what would we do? Do we have enough preparation? If you're not living through this, it's really hard to plan for something like that unless you just practice. You know, if you turn off your own power in your house for a weekend or something, just to see how would we live in that situation. Because they're telling us it's going to happen. You know, they're basically telling us it's going to happen. And hopefully if it does, it'll only be small areas for short periods of time. You know, hopefully there's no extended problem. Here's something really cool. I can't even believe this. There's a watermelon vine growing right in the middle of our field out here. I don't know if a bird, I don't know. I don't even remember us growing watermelons last year, but I guess maybe we did. Yeah, well, we didn't have much success. But maybe a bird got hold of some of that and dropped some seeds out here in the field. This is about 4 feet long. We got this little micro watermelon growing. Amazing. I'm sure you want to hear more about my shoes. These are Columbias, so I'm trying these now. I can already tell just by the feel that they're not going to be anywhere near as good as the Merrell. So if you wear, you know, tennis shoe type shoes, but you do a lot of work, you know, the Merrell shoes are great. And I like getting ones that are waterproof, and especially if they have like a Vibram sole. That's like my favorite sole. The sole does not stick to rock like I wish it would. When I'm out hiking and I'm walking across rock, it doesn't stick really well. But Vibram soles for hiking boots are great walking around on rocks. So I'm not sure what the difference is there, but it's just a sole that lasts forever. I've got a pair like that I'm not willing to bring out into the workplace yet. So I'm wearing those when I'm going to town, to the chiropractor, whatever. And I'm just using these Columbias right now and see how they go. This is going to be my next shoe that I'm going to wear it into the ground and wear it completely out. And we'll see how long it lasts. My guess right now is a year at the most on this shoe. just finished talking to a neighbor, and he said his power came on. So I'm gonna go try turning ours on. I see a message on the screen. So Cindy was texting me, telling me the same thing, that a neighbor had their power come on while I'm talking to you. So I'm coming in here. I'm turning things off. I just turned this off. Get everything switched over. I'm gonna put the water heater, look at that spider web. Put the water heater back on the grid. I've just had this box open so it's easy to flip switches if I need to. The main system is on solar. I'm gonna put it on the grid. And now I'm coming out here, I'm gonna put the whole, turn on the grid. If we don't turn off the solar and the power's not on, we can actually send electricity back into the system, which is dangerous for whoever's working on it. Someone said that your meter might be lit up if your power's back on. I didn't even know that thing went off, the little digital readout, which sounds a little goofy, I guess, but I just never thought of it. So I'm turning that back on. I'm about to go back in the house, see if things are working. Okay, moment of truth. No power. Dang it. But I just realized I forgot something. I didn't turn the main breaker on. Okay, I came back inside. I'm about to check the switches. Yes, now we have power.
Yep, we do.
Fans running, air conditioner's running. Okay, I just turned off the generator and set it aside. I switched the power box so the outdoor freezer is back on. Not running on the generator anymore, you know, of course, we kept it on most of the time. But we would try to turn it off overnight and let it warm up a little, but still be frozen. So the power is back on in the barn. We were at 13 degrees. It was like this morning, I think it was 18 degrees. And on the generator, we've been bringing it back up to 12 or 13. So now it can go all the way back down to 1 or 0, or I still need to work on it to get it to go below, well below 0. I think we've got it to go like -1, but I need to chip all the ice off of it. So that's a project that's been pending that I've been meaning to get to get that thing to go colder. Costco had a good deal on these Blackstone grills. I guess you call it a griddle. Well, a griddle, not a grill. And so we're gonna try this out. We need to season it, so we need to heat it up and put some oil on it and get it seasoned so we can try cooking on it. But that was something we think is gonna really last us a long time, and we're gonna be excited to have it. Might need a new one of these tables, but for now it's just gonna have to be like it is. I'll come put a little nail in that later.